Y'all, Traci Braxton's son, Kevin Jr., just entered the group chat and dropped his 2 cents on the ongoing drama in the Braxton family. And it looks like things are even worse than we knew. Traci's death has been a major topic of focus on the family's new show, but unfortunately, it doesn't look like things are going too well for her son, Kevin. And get this, fans are now accusing the Braxton sisters of abandoning Kevin after his mom passed. And it looks like he is getting the same treatment that his father, Kevin Sr., is getting from the sisters. But why exactly did the sisters abandon Traci's son? And is he really in some legal trouble? Let's talk about this. The Braxton family has been on a messy roll since the premiere of their new show, The Braxtons. And it seems like each episode only makes things worse. At first, we thought that we only had to deal with Tamar and her white boo thing, Jeremy Robinson. The next thing we knew, Tamar was throwing shade at her sisters and accusing them of hating on her relationship with JR. She wrote, "Y'all have no idea, none. The gaslighting is crazy, and I'm going back into treatment. OMG, I just pray that my marriage can be saved and my life can be spared. My family is awful. JR means the world to me. Thank God for him. My husband and my children have saved my life. But I'm so mad at my life. My family is toxic. I should have never went back to BFV. Never. Y'all, I'm going through it. I'm single and I'm sad. And this TV stuff is a lot." That was not the only thing Tamar got into, because she and her sister Towanda also got into it on the show. For some context, Tamar and Towanda don't really get along that well. And during a grief counseling session, Tamar accused Towanda of not caring about her and not bothering to try to keep a relationship with her. And Towanda accused Tamar of not respecting her boundaries.
It's a matter of respect. I respect where people are. That's just
Is
it.
that why?
I respect where people are. I don't engage. I don't pour into certain types of energy. I make different choices in my life. And that's just where I am.
But this is TV, Josh. Outside of yesterday and today, when was the last time you talked to me?
I don't recall. It wasn't my birthday because you didn't call me.
Your birthday's September, here we are in March.
I am in a space. I am in a space of I'm just focusing on my relationship and whoever's in my household. I'm focusing on my children.
There's a real firm boundary there that says you do not get access to me anymore for whatever the reason is.
For me, you have to respect where a person is. That's just it. And until that person or whoever is willing to move forward in that way, then you just have to respect where they are.
Well, the respect is a behavior, but I want to know how it feels to not have access to your sister.
But
Be honest,
it's not connected to a feeling though.
No,
It's not connected to a feeling.
Okay.
It's not connected to a feeling.
Their argument got so bad that their mom had to step in and check them.
I am just so sick and tired. You act like you guys are enemies.
That was a hot mess, but girl, we had no idea how messy it was going to get, because once they started talking about their sister, Traci's passing, the drama went from 0 to 100 real quick. Traci passed in 2022, and a major part of the show so far is them talking about their grief over Traci's passing. But what rubbed people the wrong way was the fact that they were having a convocation about Traci without her husband, Kevin Surratt, being a part of the conversation. For context, Kevin Sr. and the Braxton sisters have always been at odds, and it only got worse after Traci's passing because the sisters accused him of not respecting Traci's wishes and exploiting her death. According to page 6, Traci did not want a funeral or wake. She did not want people looking all over her body. She specifically requested to be immediately cremated. There was a Zoom meeting that made it clear about what she wanted, and now her husband is trying to cash in on her name. Page 6 went on to say that Kevin had a viewing for Traci, but her famous sisters, Tamar, Trina, Towanda, and Tony, and their mother, Evelyn Braxton, opted out of attending. Their father, Michael Conrad Braxton, did show up, but we're told he was initially turned away at the door for not being on the list. He was so upset that he wasn't on the list. Someone from the church recognized him and let him in, and he had to sit in the 4th row. The insider said Braxton's family wasn't even allowed to speak or say any words about his daughter. However, Kevin denied the claims, and he spoke to page 6 saying, "My father-in-law and brother-in-law came in briefly. He also insisted that he invited the sisters, but they did not show up. According to sources, the sisters hated the fact that he showed her body because they felt like it wasn't what Traci would have wanted. However, Kevin insisted that he did exactly what Traci wanted, saying, "I was with my wife more than anybody in the world. I know my wife, and when she got cancer, we really started to communicate about funeral plans, and I was still trying to find treatments for her. I went to every single one of her doctor appointments throughout our entire marriage. That's how we were, and now they're treating me like a deadbeat husband." He also claims Traci wanted a viewing and one memorial service in conjunction with her management, PR, and other members to come together and celebrate her. Things have never been good between them since then, and it probably explains why they didn't invite him to come on the show. Kevin also went live to talk, and he hinted that he and his former sisters-in-law were not on good terms.
The other thing is, I really want people to understand this part. To death did us part. Please understand that. Please do. Because some narratives will not include that in that situation. And I thank God that he gave us that. And like with me and my son, I'm doing everything I can to make sure he's good. See, we have a whole nother village. You know what I mean? That was always there for us. Whole nother village. And that village came and embraced us and helped us on many levels. When we found out about Traci having cancer December the 15th, 2020 at Georgetown Hospital, we had went through some stuff. Prior to that, we was in California, as they brought up. We was out there taping. Traci talked about she couldn't swallow. I immediately called the doctor. Thank God our doctor was always there for us. Thank you, Dr. C. And we set it up. By the time I got back first, she got back, and we was in there, and they took care of us. And, worked it from there. I mean, I think I was in the rain at Fort Washington Hospital with Tony for about an hour while they did the procedure, because at that time, everybody couldn't come into the hospital. So I sat out in the car and pouring down rain, waited for that. And the doctor called me, and I was able to pull up to the front and go inside, and he explained everything to me. And then we went to Georgetown Hospital. And from there, Traci didn't want to call anybody. And I made the calls because I told her that the family had to know, because she needed that support. So that's how the ball started rolling.
But while all this was going on, fans were wondering what was going on with Kevin and Traci's son, Kevin Jr. The last thing we heard about him, we found out that Traci left him everything she had, and she set it up in a way that nobody could challenge her will.
The time I saw you, we were here because I came to take you to the courthouse to probate your mother's will.
There's still some issues between, I guess, how my father feels and how I feel.
Tell me a little bit about that.
I guess he feels like, I'm gonna say blindsided, but it's not done the right way. So I think that's just hard for him to understand, like, why did she put everything in my hands? So I think that's the biggest thing that he has. It kind of hurts me. I feel like she was in her right mind. Do you feel as though she was okay at that time?
I visited your mother before she began to decline. And a lot of people don't know this, but your mother gave me permission to record her. And I did.
We recorded the whole conversation?
Every time. Maybe she believed that somebody was going to, in some way, challenge it. She knew exactly what she was doing about.
Unfortunately, the situation has since gotten worse because it turns out that he is also going through a divorce. His wife of less than 5 years left him while he was still grieving for his mom, and it seems like he might not exactly be on the best terms with his dad. If you think that's tough, well, it gets worse because it turns out that he has some legal issues and was arrested while he was on a call with his aunties, the Braxton sisters, and Towanda revealed that someone called the cops on him and was allegedly setting him up.
2-year anniversary of her passing. So that was hurtful too. It was blindsided, and hold on one second.
I would be curious about whether or not Kevin is working with anybody in individual therapy as well. But the power of family can be equally powerful because you all are bouncing off of each other constantly. And sometimes that's positively.
Okay, well, we understand you may...
Is that Kevin's mic?
Just have to get a second-hand confirmation if you can hang tight.
That sound like the police.
If you have a warrant, we're going to have to book you in county jail.
That's the police.
Don't y'all. Trust me. Let him handle this.
Just hang out. We'll figure this out.
Why you got the police? What's going on? You're gonna have to tell him.
Are we assuming that is the police? Tell him what?
I said he's gonna have to tell you. I don't want this on his...
Are we assuming that this is the police or you know?
Hey guys, I have to call y'all back.
Okay.
Are you okay?
No.
You good?
No.
Okay, we'll call you. Go check on them, Towanda.
Y'all, Kevin Jr. is going through it, and the fans are now accusing his aunties of not looking out for him after his mom passed. Now, we don't know what happened behind the scenes, but fans are saying that the Braxton sisters should have stepped in to help Kevin before things got so bad. Fans commented, "As much as I love the Braxtons, I'm so disappointed. Traci would have never put so much of her household business out there like that for a storyline, especially as it pertained to Kevin Jr. And to vilify her husband and encourage the breakdown of Big and Lil Kev relationship is wrong. Shame on the Braxtons. I don't like them using Kevin Jr. and Kevin Sr. issues for camera. Obvious exploitation. Kevin Sr. was Traci's husband till the last breath. They are father and son. The Braxtons should be trying to heal that relationship, not make it more messy. Shaking my head, shame." And y'all notice that the only Braxton grandkid on the show is Traci's son. All of their kids' drama and trauma ain't on the air, but his is front and center. Weird. But y'all tell me how y'all feel about this in the comments, and then check out this next video.